everyone, my name is Jamila Nasso and I'm the president of the Canadian Yazidi Association. I'm here with some young people in our community to talk a little bit about who we are and what we do in Winnipeg with our community. So here with me today is Haider, Hazo, Dima, and Naida. And they're going to help me today talking a little bit about who we are and what we do. So maybe I'll start off by letting everyone know who are the Yazidi people. So the Yazidis are a small ethno-religious minority, primarily in northern Iraq. We have a population of about 1 million people. We're one of the smallest minority groups in the world and have one of the oldest religions in the world. So the Yazidi religion is a little bit of a mix between Christianity, has parts of Judaism, and as well as Sufi Islam within it. I'll move over now to our guests and they can tell you a little bit about who we are and what they do. So first off, we have Haider. Haider, maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do in the community.
So I'm a support worker at JCFS, which is the umbrella for Operation Ezra. So Operation Ezra is a non-for-profit that privately sponsors Yazidi refugees located in northern Iraq. So some of my responsibilities as a support worker in my day-to-day life will be taking families grocery shopping or to medical appointments, just making day-to-day life for them a bit easier. So to date, we have privately sponsored 55 people total, 10 families. And we are currently working with government-sponsored refugees as well, 250 people total. So I'm very busy throughout my day working amongst the Yazidi community. So some of the programs we've had at Operation Ezra is recently we just finished our soccer program that was held at the University of Manitoba Recplex. That was held for about a month and something the Yazidi community was really passionate about. The age group was from 5 to 22, so from that age group all Yazidis were welcome, and yeah, it was a blast. Another one of our Operation Ezra annual events was our barbecue that just happened recently. This was our third, and we are looking forward to continue that every year. So,
yeah, that's great. Maybe can you tell us a little bit more about Operation Ezra and what exactly it is? Because from my understanding, it's a very multi-faith organization, and about the different organizations maybe that are involved with Operation Ezra.
Okay, so yeah, we're in partnership with the Jewish people over at JCFS, Jewish Child and Family Services. We also have, we're fortunate enough to have a church located on Osborne. We were fortunate enough, they actually they lent us some space in that church where we have an EAL class that happens every Tuesdays there. So that happens from 6 to 8. So Yazidi members in the community will come there, and we learn things like English and very basic things that will help these Yazidis who have came in the past years integrate into Canada.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much for that. You sound very busy. Okay, so next, Dima, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey to Canada and a little bit about what you do now with the community?
Of course. So I lived in Sinjar for 12 years, and it was always dangerous, and Sinjar was never safe. And in 2012, when my parents couldn't handle me and my siblings being in danger anymore, so they said we're moving to Turkey. So we fled to Turkey in 2012. We registered in the United Nations. We settled down in one of Turkish towns. Me and my sister and my dad work in a few different jobs. We were switching bags just to help the family in Turkey. Life is there is very expensive, and if few family members don't work, you can't pull it off. So we had the choice, me and my sister and my other siblings had the choice of going to school, but we decided we're gonna help our family, our parents, just till we get out of Turkey safely. So we registered in the United Nations, and after a year and a half, a year and 7 months, they called us. They said Canada has accepted you, and we finally came to Canada. In 2014, July 23rd, we arrived in Canada. Life here was we were so excited. Life here was so different, but we were trying to like navigate between like the two cultural, the Canadian culture, trying to learn the language and like being, because you think you're so different, you know, you're different from these other people and like new faces, new language. So you're just trying to navigate between your own and their cultural. So I started school and just picked up a little bit of English, and school started asking me if I can translate for Arabic and Kurmanji people. Once the newcomers started coming to the school, they'll just call me off the classroom. Can you translate for these newcomers? I'll be like, yeah, sure. But other than translating with schools, like I have translated a lot between like for nonprofit organizations for Arabic and Kurmanji people. Yeah, and just coming here and like having that community for you. It's really helpful. It helps you a lot, because it's very difficult, because you come here and you think like, because you're so different from these other people, and you wanna find it like a comfort zone for you and your family, so you can settle in. But having that community for you there and helping you out, it's really good.
That's great.
Yeah, and Operation Ezra, of course, helped us a lot with me and my family, and help us to settle down in Winnipeg. Great.
So I feel like you very much have that paying it forward mentality.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, which is really great to see, because we obviously know the story and the struggle and how hard it is when people newly come here. So for you to be here for only about 4 years and then picking up the language and then giving back right away is really great.
Of course.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And Haider, can you tell us, I know your family was privately sponsored through Operation Ezra, so maybe tell us a little bit about how Operation Ezra helped you and your settling process in Winnipeg.
Okay, so in 2014 we had to flee our homes because ISIS came to our small city and villages and destroyed it. My dad was working in a Kurdish province, and he said we have to leave. We left before August 3rd. We came to Turkey and we rent a house. It was so expensive. Then on August 3rd, Yazidi people fled their homes, and then they were in camps. So we decided to come to camps too, because it was so expensive we couldn't handle it. We came to camps. We lived in a camp, in a refugee camp, for 2 years, and then we heard about Operation Ezra, and they sponsored us, and a couple months after we were here in Canada. 2016, July 11, we were here. Almost 3 years. Now I go to school, and my siblings go to school. My parents even go to school. We have jobs, and Operation Ezra saved our lives.
Well, that's really great to hear. Thank you for sharing that with us, Haider. It's so important for those who have, the older settlers to help the new settlers and, reach out a helping hand, because there's a lot of people that need help around the world. So anytime you can give back is great. Thank you. Okay, and lastly, Hazo. So you've been here in Canada for a while now, so you're pretty settled. Maybe tell us a little bit about what you want to do in the future, what you want to do here, and and how you want to give back.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to become a nurse, and it's my last year of school. I'm in grade 12, and I'm hoping to go to university or college to become a nurse and help others, like just because how we saw nurses came to the camps and helped all the refugees, and it's amazing to see all these nurses. So I want to give something back to Canada also, and yeah, and help them.
Yeah, that's great. Can you tell us a little bit about the situation in terms of like healthcare in the camps? Like what kind of stuff did you see? Like what made you so passionate about the healthcare industry?
Yeah, I mean, like, because back home it wasn't that great, like the healthcare and stuff. So, but when we moved to Turkey and we saw all that, you know, healthcare, and see like how they help you and make sure that you're safe, you know. So that's what changed my life, changed my mind to become a nurse and help others. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's great.
That's great. Thank you all so much for sharing a little bit about yourselves and what you do in the community. It's so empowering and encouraging to hear youth such as yourselves, you know, giving so much of yourselves to the community and hopefully making a change for the better. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap up our show today. Thank you to Print It On and you Multicultural for giving the Yazidi community a platform to share our story and what we bring to the Canadian society. So thank you very much, and I hope you all stay tuned for the next episode with the Yazidi community.